everybody, happy Thursday and welcome to our live show this morning. I'm Kelly Singleton, I will be with you for the next hour and I'm with some lovely friends. I've got Lisa producing this morning, good morning.
Good morning.
And Amy's in the demonstration station.
Good morning.
And Amy has already been in, she's been crafting away. You're like putting everyone else to shame. We start the morning nice and calm on the marketing team and you're in busy and away.
Well, it took me twice as long to get into work today as normal as well. So as I was driving, I was planning the cards that I was going to do in the show.
Oh, Amy, you're very organised. Multitasking.
No.
No singing to the radio, just full on.
That as well.
Oh, did you? A nice little sing.
But the problem when you do that, it's quite a lot of traffic, so you know when there's cars next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah, you can't sing
No.
as much as you want to in like when you're at the traffic lights. Can
Yeah,
you?
so I had to sort of just tone it
Turn it down.
down.
Are you a good singer?
No.
Oh well, we should know because.
Apparently Amy's mic is up.
Oh, Amy, your mic.
I was
Oh.
going to walk right behind you then.
Oh yes, we'll have a little sneak peek of Lisa while we're here this morning. Right, well, she's just fixing
Yep.
the mic. Right, is Amy back? Let us know in the comments. Amy, can we hear you? No,
I'm
she
back.
said no, she's going home. Right, hopefully Amy is back. Right, well, let's get on with the show. It's a busy week this week. We've had so much. Let us know in the comments what you've been shopping online, if you've loved those celebration cakes, which was so much fun, if you've had a good look at the Adorable Scorable yesterday, or if you're waiting to the end of the week, let us know what you are up to with your crafty plans this week. Let's get on with it. Let's run the Run It Weekly. So this week we have got 5 lucky winners and you've got the chance to win our Topper Favourites Collection 6. So there's 32 Topper sheets in here. Amazing prize there for 5 lucky winners. It's worth £19.99 as well. But how cute is he to be at the start of these little designs? He's the sweetest.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? And
Oh, yeah.
I said yesterday when I was doing the show, this is the perfect start to the year, isn't it? Because you're going to have toppers in this collection that are going to cover all occasions,
Yeah,
so really get you started
Yeah.
on your cards for 2025.
Absolutely. So all you have to do is like, share and comment your answer to the following question. Which of these islands is farthest south? Is it A, the Dominica? Is it B, Puerto Rico? Or is it C, St. Lucia? I have, not afraid to admit, got 0 geography knowledge.
I've got geography A level and I don't know the
Oh,
answer.
yeah, I've
that's
got-
terrible, isn't it?
No idea. I'll guess B. But that is a complete guess. I'm sure everybody else in the comments will know way more than I do. But let us know and we will pick 5 lucky winners tomorrow during the show. Right, this is what we're going to show you. But first, let's roll the VT. Look at these. So these have been requested by you. An A5 paper pad, and if that VT then will just have shown some really beautiful cards, just giving you some ideas and some inspiration of what you can do with these. But A5 pads, I feel like everybody's been asking for them. They're so handy to have in your stash. Pads like this as well, they can just be stored in your craft room. And I'm guessing quite a few people might have had a little tidy up over Christmas or getting your craft room ready for 2025. Have you had a little bit
Oh,
of
I forgot to do that bit. I use my craft table for Christmas dinner.
Oh, okay.
We had to bring the craft table out, so yeah.
Okay.
It
Well,
needs
you know,
doing.
some of us
A
might have,
weekend job.
had a little tidy up, and things like this are just perfect to have in your craft room. It's a product that, if whatever you're making, you might just need a little something extra, then you can go and have a look at the designs that you've got. So you can get all 4 pads for £18. So they should be £7.99 each. So if you think of that saving, which is over £13, that is an incredible price for the bundle. So it's £18 for all 4, £17.10 if you're a club, or £16.20 if you're a diamond member, which is a crazy price for these really nice pads. But just let's have a little flick through of them. So this is our rainbow one, and they've all got 48 sheets inside. They're single-sided pads as well, and you're going to get, I think it's 4 of each of the designs. But look how happy and bright is this. If nobody's loving the really cold, icy weather, then this is going to cheer you up. Just think what you can do with these though. The ready-made backgrounds, you can use them completely like this, or we'll show you some card models later where you can chop into them. You can create tiles if you wanted to, different frames. You can use them with dies, and they're 120 GSM the sheet, so pretty good, like lovely quality, aren't they? And they feel nice as well to touch, don't they, the papers?
They're just gorgeous, and because they're uncoated, it means that you can stamp on them, you can add your inks to them,
Yeah.
your alcohol markers. They work really lovely with all of our embossing folders.
I like that one a lot. And you can, even though like it's a pad of all different designs, don't be scared to like mix them up. They will look just as nice if you wanted to chop a few up and put them together, like creating like 4 different squares. Oh, this one's nice. It's quite, I feel like that would look really like it's going to jump out at you on the card. Do you know
I'm
what I
using
mean?
that in one of my demos.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, how nice. So that is our rainbow one. So it's beautiful. I think because that one's so bright, I quite like this one. That'd be my favourite.
You'll end up saying that about all of
I
them,
know, I
because we
shouldn't
did
say
that.
it. I
As you
shouldn't
go
say it
through them, you're like,
first.
I really like this one, and then you get to the next one, you think, I really like that one, and then that's why I love it that we do it in a bundle of all of them.
Yeah, so you can grab them all,
Yeah.
can't you then? This is our craft version. So if you was watching the shows, or if you've already got one of our Members Week pad, which was maybe last year, we did like a paper and wood, which was so popular, but we have so many designs, don't we, that you want to use, and you can't always squeeze them all into the same pad. But how ace are all these ones? It's like,
I don't know how we do it, that we make papers look so 3D, don't
know,
they?
like
It looks like
this.
if you touch that, it would be sort of textured and bumpy, and it's not. And the
Yeah.
lovely thing about this one, sometimes craft card, I love using it, but it is quite weighty,
Yeah.
especially if you're posting your cards. So using this with the papers, you're going to get that exactly the same effect, but with that lighter weight as well.
yeah, I didn't think about that actually. It is quite a thick card, isn't it? But this one, you can see, you can do quite like rustic designs if you wanted to, add some twine and add some lace. I've seen a card online that we've used one of like the craft backgrounds, but use some of the images from our delightful die cut pads, and it was just like little butterflies on like a nice brownie background like this, and it looks really nice. But these are so handy, and not only just for card making as well. Pads like this, you can use them for scrapbooking, you could use them for envelope liners if you wanted to, you could put them, like definitely this one, if you wanted to personalise the inside of your card, you could use this as an insert. You could put it on the back if you wanted to put like handmade by you. Like,
Yeah,
there's
and I
so
think
much you could do.
because of the price of them, I think they're perfect as well for like children's crafting. You know,
Yeah.
if you want your children or grandchildren, nieces and nephews, they want to get involved with your crafting, these are going to be really good for them as well.
So this is our watercolour pad, but beautiful, lovely pastel shades that you can see here. We've got like lemons, peaches, greens, purples, blues, a really nice pastel colour of watercolour designs, and that's that one. And then the last one in the bundle is our check one. This reminds me, I don't know if you've ever watched it, Clueless.
Yes.
I don't know why, this just reminds me of that, all like the outfits. Like a nice golf pant here, if you was creating like, I don't know, a card for somebody that likes golf, that's going to go.
Yeah,
Or-
definitely loads in here for sort of mail cards
Yeah.
as well. But just perfect if you've got any toppers left over from collections, if you collect our little books or pocket pads, these
Yeah.
are going to work perfectly with those as well.
I did see another card as well. It was using just one of these backgrounds. It was chopped up in a few places. And then if you've got our sentiment strip pads at home, it was just matting and laying a sentiment. And it was just, your card was done, but it looked really nice.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need, isn't it? If somebody hasn't got a specific hobby or an
Yeah.
activity that they like to do, like golf or flower arranging, things like that. And then these pattern papers are going to make those perfect cards.
So let me just show you some cards before we go to Amy, just so you can see different ways of using them. So then this is the one using that craft pad, and we've added in some of the twine here, which just goes perfectly with it. Another one here, using the checks. I think the checks and the craft together, so you can mix and match them as well. Look how beautiful that looks.
I did that one. So it's using delightful die cuts. You're using your pocket pads there,
Yeah.
and then the craft book and the checkbook. You can see how well you can mix and match between the pads as well.
And if you know what's coming tomorrow, there might be some little pocket pads coming.
Ooh.
Look at this as well. That's so nice. I just like how you can use a few different ones, and I think this is really effective when you just like cut it into four squares. However, look at that, a little bit of rainbow mirror. Amazing. Little mosaic effect on that one. And then here just showing that you can use our moonstone dies with them. Just build up that little dimensional flower. And then how cool is that? I really like that one. So there's a few of the cards, but we'll come to you, Amy, and have a see what you're going to make.
Okay, so for the first one, we're going to use the check paper pad. Like you said, I think every time you pick one up, you think, well, that's my favourite, and then you work on the next one. So we're going to start off with the check one. I'm also going to bring in our layout library that we launched.
Oh, yeah.
November, December time,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. So if anybody's got hold of that, these pattern paper pads are going to work brilliant with that too. So we're going to create this card, but I thought we're going to do a more masculine card and use some of the checks out of there. So I'll just put that to one side so that we've got that to hand. So we're going to come in first of all, we're going to do an 8x6 tent fold, and I'm going to start off my base layer. I'm going to have this sort of just the black and white check, because a lot of it will be covered up by the other squares of paper, but I think it would just give that nice effect in the background. So we're going to mat and layer this onto our gold to start with. So I've done with this one 2 notches under the 8 and the 6, and then again another 2 notches. So this will be 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. So you can see the size of the cards that you can make with these pads. And as Kelly said then, if you do want to make larger cards, just tile it up. Like the example, just cut it into squares or rectangles and just tile it, and then you can do even bigger cards with it as well. So we're just going to add that onto there. So we've got our base layer. So now we need to cut 8 of the squares. So we're going to look and find the papers that we're going to use in here. So you can see the variety that we've got. So I think we'll take out the green, because that's also got the black in there, and then this has got that green and the black as well. So we're going to use these two. So it says on here that we need to cut them into 1.5 squares. So we're just going to take our trimmer, and again the trimmer works perfectly with these pads. So we're just going to cut 2 strips because we need 4. So I'll see how many we can get out of here. So we'll go 1.5, and then another 1.5. And I don't know the answer to this before anybody asks, but I'm hoping that there may be more of these going forward. So if you start your collection of them, you know that over time you're going to have such a wide variety of papers that you can use. And just the fact that they're all in that sort of the one pad together, isn't it? You've got them.
Yeah, it's really easy to use.
Easy to store. So then we're just going to cut into the green one again. So we're cutting 1.5-inch squares, and we need 8 in total.
Viv has already ordered them first thing this morning. Nice. Very nice indeed. A few people loving the rainbow one.
Yeah, I think that will be really perfect for children's cards as well, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, nice and bright. Nice and happy.
Yeah, that's what we want, isn't it?
Everyone's saying it's so cold.
I know it was -1, I think, when I got here.
Was it?
I think they said it was -5 overnight, was it?
Yeah.
So we've cut those down, and then what we're going to do is mat and lay them onto the gold. So we just need to cut some of our gold. So I think we'll go 2 notches above the 1.5, just so we're going to get that really fine border around them again.
Oh, Sally on YouTube has said, I placed a big order on Tuesday with lots of new treats. It was meant to arrive yesterday, but because of the snow, it didn't come. Oh, how annoying.
Oh.
Hopefully it can get there today.
Do you know what I would do if that happens? Just start sort of planning what you're going to make with it.
Yeah.
So I'd just get, you know, a nice pen and paper and just start writing down what you're going to make, sort of maybe scribbling out some designs of what you can do as well. But I think this is such an amazing price point if you do, you know, when you just want a little treat after Christmas. But, you know, it's a long way off till payday, isn't it, for some people? So this is just a nice little treat that's going to get everybody started with their crafting for this year.
I forgot to mention, so they're £7.99 each. They're £18 for the bundle, but there's also a multi-buy on the singles, so they are at 2 for £10. Is that right, Lisa? Yep, 2 for £10, which is pretty good.
Definitely. I think that's really good if there's one that you know you're going to use a lot of.
Yeah, sure.
Like the craft one, you could just use it with absolutely everything. So it might be that you want 2 of those. So, and then we're just going to add these onto our card. But the nice thing is as well, you know, whichever papers you use within the pad are all going to work well together. That's not very straight. Try again. And then we'll just alternate the patterns and the colours. But within this pad as well, you've got sort of the rainbow ones, haven't you? The pinks and the purples as well. But definitely, it's definitely worth going back through all of your craft items, seeing what you've got, what you sort of what books, toppers you've got left over that you can use with these. Or like you say, if you're more into your dyes, they die cut brilliantly. You can use them to emboss as well. So we're nearly done with these ones. We're just going to carry on going round. So we're doing 4 up the side and then the 3 across the top. And then we're going to do a larger panel in that part there.
We have some exciting new things planned this year. So in the office, there's Stacey was creating some very therapeutic squares the other day. Did you see?
I did indeed.
Oh, I've enjoyed. They were so neat.
I know.
So neat.
I genuinely love listening to all of the ideas and the products and things that are coming up.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
But certain things I'm like, when? I need it. When is it coming? So the next one we need to do is going to be your 3.5 square here. So I'm going to cut the gold first. So we'll do it just over the 2 notches over the 3.5 again. Just make sure this fits in.
I love that you've used the layout book.
So
It's such a handy little book to have.
I use it all the time.
Yeah.
It's perfect. If you're unsure of what you want to do, you know, some days you just think, oh, I'm not sure what we can do, then this is going to be perfect. And then I'm going to bring in this pattern because we've used it here. And I'm going to cut these down to 2.5. I think I need to do 4 of these, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with these ones. So we just want to add a bit of dimension to our cards with this. So you need, in total you'll need 8 squares, and they are 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So we'll get this one. You can just see how easily it cuts in the trimmer as well, isn't it? Just perfect. So we've got our 4 squares here. So then what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of, what do they call it, like tea bag folding with these. So what you need to do, if you turn it over, we're going to go corner to corner, that way. And then if you open it out, and then we go corner to corner the other way, and then fold it. And then what you need to do, if you bring it out, you can see the score lines there. So you just need to sort of pinch it in the centre and fold it that way. And then go to the other side, pinch that part in there and just fold it over. So you will end up with a piece like that. And then if you just burnish the sides, and then what we're going to do, if you lay it flat like that and then bring this side up just so that it's in the middle there. So you just bring the one layer, so just take the top layer and then bring that one up, and then we're just gonna, and then they join at the top there. And again, you can just burnish it, and then if you've got anything that's just hanging over the edge, you can just trim those off. And then that is the shape that you are left with, and you can see you've got those parts there as well. So we're just going to do that really quickly with those other ones.
Hey, that's a very little fancy trick you've done there.
Oh, excuse me. Hope everyone watching is feeling all right. There seems to be a lot of
Everybody.
illness around at the moment,
Yeah.
doesn't there?
Was you okay over the break? We were all poorly in my house.
Oh no, were you?
Well, it's always the same, isn't it? Somebody's got to be,
Yeah.
got to have a cold. But we're all okay now.
Now you're back to work.
Timed it just right.
Yeah. Did you mean you had to cancel any plans, or?
I cancelled them the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
I had like a pantomime that I was going to.
Oh.
I know. Never mind. Never mind. Yes, there's always next year. I'll just have
We
to
could
make
do a
extra
hunky
plans.
dory one next year.
Hunky dory pantomime. Don't.
Ideas in down.
I was
Can
just gonna
you
say,
imagine?
Nobody tell Dan that. That'd be outrageous.
Oh, that would be so much fun though, wouldn't it?
It really would.
That would be good.
It would be good.
So we're just going to bring this one up to the top. There. And then the last one is going to be, so just fold it in half, open it out, and then fold it the other way. And then you just push it up, and then you can see the sides, just push that one in that way. Push that one in that way, and then if you just pull that up, just that top one up to the centre, and then that top one up as well. So then you've got your
Oh, that's so
4
cool.
panels on there, which we are going to stick onto here. So we can just make sure. Right, do you think we need another paper on there? I think maybe
I
we should
think-
put the black one on there
Yeah,
again,
I
do you
think
think?
so.
So we said that was 3.5. So I'll do 3.5 on here. So we'll stick this one down.
Somebody's put, Michelle, I think. Oh, somebody spilled the beans on the pantomime next time Dad is on TV. Well, we'll just not give him the iPad. He won't be able to see any comments that day next time he's on.
Sorry, the iPad's not working.
Yeah, the iPad had a
Yeah.
break.
We'll fix it for tomorrow.
I think I think we could get a few people involved, but I don't know if Anne-Marie would be up for it.
Probably.
No, she wouldn't.
Do you not think?
No, I don't think she'd be able to cope with Dan. She could be like the producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that'd be really nice because people who, like, you don't often see many people in front of camera, do you? So,
Get Lisa on.
yep, that's it. Jess can have a
Yeah.
starring role as well. All those people will start practicing. So I've put that there and you can see the dimension that you get from those pieces. But then what I've done, I've also done it exactly the same technique again using the other pattern that we've got there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're going to put these, and then what you do with these ones is just put them into the gaps there, and then it will alternate the pattern around here. So if we put this one into there, so we just slot that one into the gap there. I love making these once you start making them. And there's these squares you can do any size, so you could,
Oh, you can make them even bigger.
yep.
Yeah, of course. Think about that.
So you can see there the dimension that you've got. What you can do is you can stick those down if you want them to be more flat, but I think sometimes it's quite nice to have that dimension on there. So we're just going to stick this all down. Just because of time, we won't use foam pads, but you could do that with these. They would look really nice. Put that one there. Turn this round. But anyone who has got the layout library, definitely get that out and have a look. Have we still got them in stock?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you check out the website, it's called the Layout Library.
£7.99, I think it is. Yeah.
Library 001.
Library 001, if anybody wants to search that on the website.
I mean, I feel like I paid that for a magazine over Christmas. That tell me what was on the television, and then I threw it out. So it's one of those things that you'll just keep on your desk and just keep referring to as well. And then lastly, we're going to add this one onto here. So I think we'll use our foam pads just for this one. I did bring some in. So we'll put our foam pads just onto the back. Yeah, I think this year was the first year I didn't get any craft supplies for Christmas.
Because you've already got too many. You've got half a Funky Dory in your craft room. That's funny.
So we're going to add that onto there. So you've got that. But then what I've brought in also is our delightful die cuts to all sorts of sports. And I just thought we'd add some things to that. So I couldn't not put in the dartboard.
Yeah.
If anybody else watched the darts last week, did you watch it?
It wasn't my choice of TV, but it was on, so I'm aware of all of the darts of what happened.
Whether you wanted to be
Yeah.
or not.
Yes. I know lots of facts.
Yeah, I don't normally watch it, but I feel like sometimes the momentum of
Yeah.
everyone, isn't it just... And it was really good. So we're going to add that just into the centre there. And then we're just going to have a look what else we can put. We definitely need the darts. So we will take out those three. The other thing I bought in, which we had on the show yesterday, was the Essential Book of Sentiments. So we're going to have a look and see what we can use in those as well. So I think we'll do... We've got the nice green there that we could use. Pine forest.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't try and quiz me because you know what we're doing after, Amy. Don't.
Oh, I forgot about that, Kelly.
Oh.
So we're going to do to a lovely son-in-law, and then we can put that. So we can put that at the top there. So I'm just trying to decide whether we put the darts in the corner somewhere or we actually put them going into the board. What do we think?
I don't know. Oh, into the board.
Into the board?
Yeah.
So let's do treble. Was that a double? 20. Then we'll do bullseye on that one, and then we'll do double 17 there. And then I think we just need one more sentiment to go on here. There we go. We'll do many happy returns. There we go. And then you can see how you can just
It looks so good.
match those up and just, although you've used 3 different patterns, they still all work well together,
Yeah.
don't they?
They do, and the comments are already coming through saying it's an amazing effect. It's this one's so effective and it's not too difficult. It looks so good. So yeah, totally agree. That looks really nice. Thank you so much, Amy.
No problem.
So let's just recap on what launched yesterday. Some absolutely amazing mega packs of Adorable Scoreable. And we've got a 60 sheet pack here and it should be £19.99, but we have got a launch offer on this and it's £15.99. So we were trying to work out the savings on that, and what did we decide? It was like over £13. I can't remember.
I couldn't do the math.
Yeah. So, but it is a crazy amount of Adorable Scoreable. You can see all the colours there. These have been handpicked. They are for our new 2025 colourways. So we have got, you know, some beautiful purples and blues and greens, and later we're going to do a little quiz, aren't we, Amy?
I've been revising all night, Kelly.
We're revising our names for something fun. But yeah, so that is our new core colourway. So you can buy it in the 60 sheet pack, you can buy it in a 30 sheet pack, but we've also got the 10 sheet packs available as usual of each of our colours, which you can do a multi-buy on as well. So that 30 sheet is £11.99, but our 10 sheet packs are £4.99 each, and they are, is it any 3 for 12? 4 for 12? 3 for 12? 3 for 12. But in all these new colours, and like we just said, Amy's just used the Essential Book of Sentiments too, which is £12.99, and that again uses all those new core colourways for this year. So you know, if you've stocked up on that bundle, then your sentiments are going to match perfectly if you're matching and layering, you know, and you want those colours to be completely the same, then that's that. So this fab book contains over 620 sentiments, which is just crazy. We've got relatives in there, we have got occasions in there as well. It's just jam-packed with all different ones, and we've got the mix of foiling too, so we've got silver and gold in there. So £12.99 for your sentiment book. But what we thought, we'd just quickly recap, because some of the cards used have used these amazing combos. So if you're getting those, if you've already got the combos and you're thinking what can you do with those essential paper pads, then these look really good. The sentiments cut out of the combos look so effective, and even if you just want a sentiment piece on that background, then they're really handy for that. So it's £19.98, and in the bundle you'll get the 3 dies here, the 3 combos. So you've got your 3 big words, which is happy, cheers and celebrate. And of course with combos they come with some coordinating stamps as well. In the bundle there's 26 individual stamps, like all together. So let me just show you some cards so you can imagine what you can be doing with the paper pads, and then just add in a little sentiment on top. So look at this, cheers, let's party. So that just completely revamps that there. And then here they are, the like cheers. So just imagine that using maybe like the checked background, putting the cheers on. It's going to look really good. And then the celebrate, especially, this is going to work with the rainbow pad, isn't it? Really bright, really fun. And you can get the combos as well by themselves, which are £9.99 each. Oh, I really like this one. That one would be cool in the check too, wouldn't it?
Just gorgeous idea. You could use your scraps for that as well, couldn't you? You don't need to put keep hold of all your scraps. Another perfect idea to use them.
Amy's just so full of good ideas, isn't she? I mean, there's no coming back after the Christmas break and, taking time. Amy's just fully in there.
Do you know what? I genuinely really missed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because obviously this is my first coming back into a new year in this job, and those January blues, and you really don't want to go back to work. Well, I was a bit like, oh no, I'm good with it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Right, so Amy, I'm going to come back to you.
Okay, so I thought what we'd use, we had to, didn't we, the rainbow paper pad. And then we're also going to use the Cheers Essential Greetings. These are just essentials, aren't they?
They really are.
You're going to use them all the time. And because you've got the outer die in 2 separate parts, you can use them in 3 different ways.
Yeah.
So you can just cut the top half, you can just cut the bottom half, or you can cut it all out and either do it and then put it on with 3D foam pads, or you can cut it out of your cardstock as well. So just endless amounts of ways that you are going to be able to use these dies. So within this paper pad, I'll show you which one I've used. I've done quite a bit of the die cutting beforehand just so that we can see. I'll rip it out so we can see. So I've used this sheet here, which is just gorgeous.
Love this sheet.
And you can see from that all of the cheers that I was able to get from it. So I wanted to do the colours of the rainbow.
Yeah.
So all of those have been cut from one sheet of paper. So if you imagine you had just normal cardstock, you would need 7 different sheets, wouldn't you? And I know you're only cutting a bit out of it, but you're already cutting into it. Whereas with this, all of those have just come from that one sheet. So we're just going to put these onto our card, a really nice simple card. And I thought, because we've got all that colour with these, I think it's nice to have that sort of just the black, the simple edging round there. So we're just going to sort of lay these just so that we make sure we got an even distance between them. I think that's the hardest thing. In fact, what I'll do, let's measure it on here. So we do 1 over and 1 over, and then we'll put the bottom one and the top one down to start with, then the middle one, and then we'll work our way round. So I'm just going to use my Dotty tape runner for these. And you can see that although it's paper, it's going to die cut perfectly as well. Just as you would normally use your dies. So if we put that one down there, and then we'll put the top one on. So this is just another idea. If you are doing lots in an order, always start with one, either the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
I was on Hobby Maker the other day and I was writing, I'd use my stitched alphabet dies to write, husband it was. So I started with the B because that's the middle letter in the middle of the card, and then I worked out both ways. So instead of trying to think about what, you know, so you've got even spacing, and everyone was worried about what I was writing.
That's a really good idea. I've been doing some journaling over the break, and I always do that wrong. Like I always have to rub out my words because it doesn't fit.
Oh, you see,
yeah.
you have to take that into account.
Yeah, my brain can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so if it's like an I,
Yeah.
that needs different spacing to a W, doesn't it? So we'll just get rid of that little bit there. There we go. So we've got those two there and those two there. So we know this is our middle one. So if I put it in there, and then I know where it needs to go, just to measure that up. But again, just really quick cards to make if you're really into your die cutting. If you're doing batch making, I think these would be really good as well. That's about right. Or again, if you're sort of unsure of people's likes and hobbies.
I am going to guess from everybody's answers for the Win It Weekly that my guess was incorrect.
Oh well, at least you tried.
I did. Can't be good at everything, can we? Did you guess right?
No.
Okay.
I'm terrible at these questions because obviously sometimes we do ones where you could probably look up the answer,
Yeah.
don't we? And then other times we do ones, especially the ones about like the people that work here.
Oh, I like them ones there.
Yeah, there's no way you'd know a lot of those. So we're just going to put these on there, and then just the last two at the top. And then we will find a sentiment as well. You know when you're doing rainbow, do you ever read out the little...
We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it that didn't know? You or Jess? We couldn't.
Didn't know what?
We couldn't remember what the rhyme was.
Yeah. What is the rhyme? I can only think of the planets one now.
Oh, I do. Richard of York
That's
gave
the
Battle
one.
in Vain,
Yeah.
yeah. So what's your one?
Oh, I was thinking about my very easy method makes naming planets something.
What?
But it's not for the rainbow. I'll give you the planets
Oh.
rhyme if you want to know what, planets there are in the solar system.
Well, you never know when it might just come up in that quiz.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how many I'm going to get right in hours later. It's all right, it's not like anybody's going to see it. Until you post it.
We've got a bell. Have we got a bell, Lisa?
I forgot to bring it.
Oh, Lisa.
Sorry.
I'm not doing it without a bell. So we've stuck all of those down, and you can see what obviously these are just the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
You don't know you need it until you've got it, and then you wonder what you did without it. So what's the official name?
Glue eraser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really cheap, aren't they?
Yeah.
But really, as you
Yeah.
can see, especially when you're doing things like this on the white, and you just need to get rid of those few glue marks.
And
they are
as
just
well-
perfect.
I know, we often say, construction glue can be used for other things. We do a lot of decorating in the studio, and they're really handy at getting, glue dots off walls and all sorts.
There you go.
If you hang things up at home.
Me and Natalie were saying yesterday how lovely the studio looks. So,
Oh, now that it's
and thank you
had a
to
little
the
tidy
team
up,
for.
yeah.
It does really look nice and tidy. Now it's just up to us to try and keep it like this.
I know, how long do we think? 2 weeks?
That's quite optimistic.
Excited I was to do all that organising. I'd like to think it will
Okay. Yeah. It's very
Let's
organised.
get it in for 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
That would make me happy.
So we've got your cheers on there, and then with this you get the stamps to go with it. So
Yeah.
again, it just gives you endless possibilities of what you can put on there. So we will take, let's do, what should we do? It's your birthday, you're the best.
Cheers. It's your birthday.
Okay. So we'll just, I know it's only a small stamp, but I still like to use this just so we know that we get it stamped correctly. So we'll just add those onto there. So we'll just stamp up your sentiment and then we'll trim it afterwards. And the great thing about the stamping press is if you're not happy with the stamping, you can just go back in, add a bit more of your ink and then just go over it again. Definitely changed my stamping using the stamping press.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, because I was always, I'd stamp it and you know when you haven't got quite the right impression, and then I'd just get fed up and then
Yeah.
give up. But honestly, with that, you will create perfect every time. Just making sure we've got this straight. I think we'll cut that down a bit more, just so that, conscious I don't want it to cover up too much of the wording on the card. Let's do it further up. I mean, what you could do is cut your cardstock first
And then
stamp it. Entirely up to you. I think with stamping, it's one of those things that you just find your way of, you know, the best way for you of doing it.
Oh, this looks really nice.
So I think we need, do we need a bit of black on behind that, do you think? Just to
Maybe,
make
yeah.
it pop. So if we just measure the length, so we got, so we do 3, 3, and then this way we will do 3/4. There we go. Yeah, my job this weekend is to do my craft room.
Oh, okay.
Organise it all sorted.
I love organising.
Yeah, and me too. Especially when you're in the mood for it, it's the best thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? And I'm going to do a box of things that I want to use like in the next few weeks.
Okay.
You know, otherwise you put them back, don't you, and you forget about them. So I'm going to do a box sort of almost an inspiration where I know.
I tidied our little craft cupboard at home because Estie's stuff takes over the entire house. So she's got a full craft cupboard and she's only 2.
That sounds good.
Start
Start them young. And then we're just going to go in with our foam pad just to add this on. And then we'll put that just down in that corner there. And then you can just see how easily the cards come together, isn't it? And I think that would be perfect for sort of a mail card, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But that is just one sheet of paper, but because it's the rainbow and you've got all those different colours, that's the sort of effect that you're going to be able to create.
Amazing, thank you. Another amazing card by Amy this morning. So, Lisa, can we squeeze in another one super quick?
Probably not, but
Should we just squeeze it in? We don't want to interrupt Hobby Maker's Facebook Live.
Yes.
We'll recap these amazing books that we have launched today, our Paper Pads A5 collection. There's 4 that you can choose from, £7.99 each. You can grab them on a 2 for £10, or the best way is if you want to save over £13, basically like you're getting two free, you can get these for £18, which is pretty good. And they're such a handy size. They've got 48 sheets in each one, 120 GSM high quality papers. They're uncoated, they feel lovely, they look beautiful, and they're going to be amazing for your stash at home. So we'll just come straight back to you then. Is that what we mean, Lisa? Yeah?
I don't think we've got time for another one, have we,
Half an
Lisa?
5 to
I can't.
went out.
No.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. So we are wanting to finish today just so that Hobby Maker are doing a craft o'clock, so they'll be streaming on our Facebook page. But thank you so much for everybody that's tuning in, and the lovely comments on Amy's 2 demos that she's done so far. We really love them, and we hope you've loved these pads as well. But I'm going to show you some more cards, because
I mean, looking at that diamond member price, that's like £4, 5p a pad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like over Christmas, I've paid more than that for like a hot drink.
yeah, you do.
When you're out, don't you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
There is one just using those combo dies as well. But look how nice that is. The check is just so beautiful. I saw a comment as well before saying they really like the black and gold together. It looks really effective, and that one does too. Using that same sort of check that Amy used on that first demo, but in a completely different style. And then here we go. We've got some that are for the children. How cute! How fun is that as well?
Yeah,
It's
and that's
really
just
nice.
using toppers from your collections,
Yeah.
isn't it?
From our special days that we launched last week. So if you've got that as well, they're going to work with everything. And then another one using that craft here with the cheers. Cheers, you're the best. And I know I mentioned earlier, this is the one I was thinking about. So using just that really nice, gorgeous, like crafty background paper, but using those delightful die cuts and just popping those butterflies out. How good does that
Yeah, and
look?
those words are just from the Just My Type
are they?
sentiment pad as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really nice. So that's some ideas of what you can do there. We have got all the cards over on the hub. We've got the cards on our Facebook page and Pinterest. You can go and have a really good look at that. But like Amy said, the layout library as well is so useful with products like this. So it just gives you that extra inspiration and can help you start your cards. But thank you so much for watching today. We will be back tomorrow. I think it's Dan and Kat tomorrow. They'll be here with some pocket pads. But that's it from us today. And thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.